Chapter 4: Prohibited Techniques. Any prohibited strokes or actions against an opponent are serious breaches of rules which lead to rebuke, warning, or disqualification. It doesn't matter whether a breach was made accidentally or on purpose. The sanctions are to be imposed anyway. Each fighter should avoid usage of the prohibited techniques, among which are 4.1. Any pricks with weapons. 4.2. Strokes with a weapon, shield, or arms in the non-kill zone. The non-kill zone includes the feet, back of the knee, groin, back of the neck and skull base, and open face. Important: any strokes on the feet, back of the knee, groin, back of the neck and skull base, or open face are strongly prohibited. (4.3) Strokes with a weapon, shield, or arms under the knee. 4.4. Any vertical strokes with weapons or shield along the spine. 4.5. Twisting against the natural direction of a limb flexing and any painful holds. 4.6. Pressure or hooking the edge of a helmet with a hand, as well as actions aimed at twisting the neck by pressing on the edge of a helmet. 4.7. Deliberate attempts to remove any elements of the opponent's protective kit. 4.8. Punches with weapons hilts or fists aimed at the face of the opponent, if the gap between the hilt and fist in combat mitten or glove is more than 3 centimeters. 4.9. Any holds, hold downs, or suffocating techniques with hands or weapons around the neck. 4.10. Any strokes on a lying or standing on one knee fighter. 4.11. Any strokes to the neck or the head of an opponent who is bending 50 degrees or more. Important: when an opponent is bending 50 degrees or more, whatever the reason, it is allowed to strike, punch, push, or backheel him, but it is not permitted to strike him on the neck or the head. Important: 4.12. Deliberate injuring of an opponent after he loses a part of his equipment. 4.13. Any thoughtless or uncontrolled strokes or motions with a weapon. 4.14. Any attacking actions toward a fighter who has raised one hand with an open palm. Important: a raised hand with an open palm is a sign of voluntary leaving the battle. Having raised his hand with an open palm and kneeling on one knee if there is such opportunity, the fighter automatically takes the position out of the battle. 4.15. Inactive clinch that lasts more than 10 seconds. In this case, a field referee can pull the fighters who are in the clinch apart, giving a command break, and hanging a yellow referee flag attached to a baton between the opponent's helmets. After this, the fighters have to stop fighting in a clinch immediately and step aside 2 steps from each other. An additional command, "to the battle," given by the referee who has stopped the clinch, serves as an additional signal that the battle is still in progress, both in general and particularly for the fighters who are in clinch. Important: the local commands "break" and "to the battle" are only for the fighters in clinch. After the command "to the battle," a fighter can continue the battle against his opponent or attack another opponent. 4.16. Any attacking or blocking actions with no weapon in the hands. 4.17. Grasping of a single-handled polearm when the metal part of the polearm is less than 30 centimeters from the attacker's index finger. (4.18) Grasping the feet of an opponent with both hands. 4.19. Any strokes to an opponent's face if one of the opponents uses an open face helmet. It does not matter whether the second opponent uses a closed or open face helmet, the strokes are mutually exclusive. Important: if a fighter preserving the normal position of the head and neck can be punched in the face with a clenched fist without hand protection, his helmet is considered to be an open face helmet. 4.20. Any actions which are not listed in Chapter 3. Only the actions stated in these rules are allowed. 4.21. The fighters who are out of the battle, due to their falling down or the decision of a referee, but are on the lists, are strongly prohibited from standing up on both legs before the command of the Knight Marshal, "Stop the battle." If a fighter is out of the battle because of falling, losing equipment, or because of Marshal's decision, he is to take a comfortable sitting or lying position on the lists and wait for the end of the round without interfering in the battle. With his comfortable position, the fighter shows that he is not injured.